I mean, I figured, you see stuff in National Geographic and you see the picture and you're sitting in your house. Then you actually go there and it's completely different.
Permanece a la escucha. Permanece a la escucha.
12 de la noche en La Habana, Cuba.
11 de la noche en San Salvador, El Salvador.
11 de la noche en Managua, Nicaragua.
Me gustan los aviones, me gustas tú. Me gusta viajar, me gustas tú. Me gusta la mañana, me gustas tú. Me gusta el viento, me gustas tú. Me gusta soñar, me gustas tú.
I went because I really wanted to learn about what it's like in a different country, and just to learn by really being there and being with the family and living with the family and eating their food and cooking their food. It's really different than reading about it in a textbook.
It's not every time in your life you get to experience a third world country, and to have someone willing to give you an opportunity to do that is not something that comes around every day. So basically the trip was 3 weeks long, and the first week we stayed in San Juan del Sur, which is the southernmost part of Nicaragua. And we went to the Spanish school on the beach. And we each had a homestay, a family. So each morning we'd wake up with our families and we'd have breakfast and we'd talk and we'd walk to school. It was one-on-one teachers.
The teachers were great. I learned most of the Spanish I learned was that week.
They basically sat there with you and talked with you in Spanish and had you do different activities, such as reading articles about the town and learning about the different parts of Nicaragua and seeing how much Spanish you could learn from them.
We also took field trips to different places around San Juan, great beaches that were really fun, big waves. It was great.
Got to do some hikes, and we hiked up to this cross on the top of the mountain, and we got to overlook, we got a view of the whole city.
And then the second week we went to a small farming community in the mountains. There was a representative from the United Nations there.
Aquí se trabaja en una microcuenca, que es la microcuenca del río de la Trinidad. La parte alta le corresponde al municipio de San Nicolás.
Pero con el trabajo que está haciendo esta pesa es para mejorar la alimentación de los niños y de los pobres aquí, ¿verdad?
And the overall project was really just getting into the community and learning what they do on a day-to-day basis.
We worked in cooperation with the UN, not only to assist the people there, with projects, but also as a learning experience for ourselves.
I learned how to make tortillas. I tried anyway.
At one point we built a dique, which is a wall to stop erosion in the field.
So the reason for building these formations was to restrain the water so that they could, because basically they wouldn't have any soil, like rich soil, to grow what they needed to grow, and the water wouldn't be retained in the basement.
We also planted trees with fruits and different medicines that help them.
We planted about 300 total, I think.
We learned about organic fertilizers and how to make fertilizers so that they wouldn't have to be buying them, so that they could save a lot of money.
Ahora aquí lo que es la América Central, nada más lo llueve casi por huracanes. Solo cuando hay huracanes que hay más agua aquí. Pero la mayor parte del tiempo, los inviernos son muy escasos. ¿Por qué? Esa es la pregunta. Porque hemos cortado todos los árboles. ¿Me entiendes? No hay vegetación, está seca. Los ríos ya no corren como antes. Antes aquí en estos ríos habían pescados, habían de toda cosa de lo que come, pescado. Hoy no hay nada, porque ya se secan en el verano, entonces se mueren. Pero si nosotros comenzamos otra vez a forestar lo que es las cuencas, pensamos que vamos a volver otra vez a tener esa belleza que teníamos antes. Esa es la idea.
In the afternoons, we led activities with the kids, and one day we taught them English.
I got to teach the 4 to 6 year olds. We did games. I remember teaching one of the boys in my house the word blue. And so we went home and everything he pointed out, he'd say blue, blue.
And we had kind of a field day one day where we played games and had relay races, and Brian showed them juggling, and they just loved it. We had a lot of fun.
So after we left the village, it's a lot different.
We went to the monkey hut, Laguna de Apoyo, which was fantastic.
And it's this lake that's in the crater of a volcano, so the water's really warm because of that, and it's just beautiful. Definitely one of the most beautiful places I've ever been in my life.
So one of the last days was really fun. We got to go on this zip line.
Scoot up a little. It's probably killer ants all around.
We took this drive out about a half an hour on this really bumpy road.
We're way up, probably a good 100, 200, 300 feet in the trees. Zip lines, there were like 11 zip lines and then a free fall.
No! At the very end, there's like a 60-meter drop.
I like it. You know, you don't usually lean out over 10-meter drops or so.
That was one of my favorite experiences of the trip, because it was something I probably would never have done otherwise.
Feel it.
Watch out there! They're surrounding us right now. It's a gang, it's a pack.
I never really worried about Nick while he was gone. I was really proud that he went through the 3 weeks and came back happy and educated, and it was a great experience. So.
Leah came back glowing, and I think that the experience continues to kind of color the way she sees the world.
It was a chance for them to see how other people lived, a chance for them to really get to know some families well, and to do something that they could feel really made a difference in the world. I think it's something that they can carry with them into the future.
Also just experience living with people who don't speak your language, living with people who have a totally different culture, waking up and not, you know, having your cereal, having your milk, but making the tortillas there. It's just, you get to learn so much more about yourself and just giving to the people.
It gives you the opportunity to go down there and not only see the communities that are impoverished, that need help, but be with them, talk to the people, understand where they're coming from, understand who they are. I mean, these are real people. When you get down there, you meet them, you start talking to them, and you start to relate to them.
Compañeros poetas, tomando en cuenta los últimos sucesos, en la poesía quisiera preguntar. Me urge, ¿qué tipo de adjetivos se deben usar para hacer el poema de un barco sin que se haga sentimental? Fuera de la vanguardia, evidente panfleto. Si debo usar palabras como flota cubana de pesca y playa Girón. Compañeros de música, tomando en cuenta esas politonales y audaces canciones, quisiera preguntar.